Welcome viewers to this video on finite element analysis of beams. I received one request to explain about the stress recovery point today, and that is why I prepared this video to explain how we can use the stress recovery point in Lisa or any other software. Basically, these are the user defined points where we want to find out the stresses. So in this particular example, we will consider load and moment, both type of loading, how can we apply load and moment, and then we will take example of stress recovery point. So for this, let us consider this particular problem of a cantilever beam. It is fixed supported here. One moment is acting, the magnitude is 2.5 kilonewton meter, and one load is acting here at 600 mm or 6 meter away from this fixed end. So in this case, from this after seeing this problem, we can first identify how many minimum number of elements will be requiring for this problem. So can you tell me how many minimum number of elements do we need to discretize this problem? We need two elements because we need one node here, and one node here. So if I discretize this with linear element, no doubt, if we consider the non quadratic element, then one element is sufficient because that will induce one node here. But if we talk about the linear element, we need at least two elements. So it is element number 1, element number 2, node number 1, node number 2, and node number 3. And we know 2 degrees of freedom at each node. One is W, that is the displacement, another is theta, that is the slope at each point. So it is W1 theta 1 here, W2 theta 2 here, W3 theta 3 here. So this is about discretization. Now coming to the node numbering. So nodal coordinates. So the coordinate of this point is 0 0. Coordinate of this point be 0 comma 3000 because we will be following the units of Newton and mm, so that we get stresses in Newton per mm square, and coordinate of this point be 0 6000. The load acting here is this, that is 2.5 kilonewton to be converted into Newton and meter to be converted into mm. So it is 10 to the power 6 Newton mm. And load here, that is 600 in Newton. It's given in the Newton, so that will be considered in Newton only. So that is about the discretization of this element of this problem. So now let us open the Lisa software on our computer and try to model this. So first of all, we will convert this into 2D. These similar steps we have to follow. So initial steps I am not going to go into detail explanation. Node number 1, node number 2, and node number 3. So let me close this. I fit it into this. Let it be 2D plane. Again fit and try to solve this. Try to fit into the graphic window of this. So next is to create element. Element will be creating linear element. Select here, select here, select here, select here. So now we are done with the creation of element. So now we can add the material. let us assume that this is of rectangular cross section 100 into 50. This is 100, this is 50, and this is the local V axis for this cross section. So we will be creating the stress recovery point here that we will discuss later on. Once we solve as it is, then we will introduce this. Then isotropic, let me give this 200 gigapascal or 200 into 1000 megapascal, that is Newton per mm square, and Poisson's ratio as 0.29. So this is complete modeling. Now we can introduce the support. So we have fixed support here, and we have to apply the moment load here, load and constraint, new moment, and then I can apply the moment about z-axis. And what was the value was 2.5 kilonewton meter. So this is 2.5 kilonewton, 2.5 10 to the power 6. So there will be 5 zeros, 3 4 5, I suppose it is right. So this is about the moment. Now it is appearing here. Here I have to apply load, so I can directly go from this. After right clicking, it is along the minus y-axis 600 Newton. So this is all about the complete modeling with boundary conditions. So now I can click on equal to solve this, remove this. So these are the displacement along x-axis, y-axis you can see, and z-axis, because y-axis deflection is downward, so that is when these deflections are coming in rotation about z. The that is rotation about z means it is the slope component we are getting. Maximum slope is here and minimum slope is here, that is 0, and then slope will increase slowly. This is longitudinal stress 13.2 megapascal or 13.2 Newton per mm square. On the upper layer it has to be tensile, on the lower side of this it has to be compressive. We know this from our basic concept of this. Load point 2, load point 3, load point 4, everywhere it is same, that is whether we are considering here at load point 1, load point 2, 3 and 4. So now let us introduce here. It is showing 0, no stress here because you have not defined the uh, stress recovery point. So now let us modify this and add one recovery point, and let this recovery point be 50. 50 here means that we again are, it is 0 0 here at this point. So 50 means we are working on the top fiber of this. So let us go to the top fiber. It means let us solve it again and try to see what are the stresses here. So on the top fiber at this particular point, the stress is 13.2 megapascal, which is equal to this 13.2 megapascal here. Now if I change this again, stress recovery point to 0. 0 means it is now at the neutral layer of this beam, and we solve it again and see what is the value. Now you are getting 0 on the longitudinal stress at user defined point, because we have opted a point which is at the on the neutral layer of this. So again, if you want to make change, you can consider any other point here. Let it be 25, midway between the top layer. So let us solve it again and find the user defined point. It is 6.6, because in case of beam, stress varies linearly from neutral axis to the maximum at the top in tensile and minimum as compressive load. at compressive stress at the bottom fiber. Depends again on the type of loading. If we have the loading direction here on the upward, then this top layer will be under compression and bottom layer will be under tension. So this is, and this particular figure is showing 6.6 megapascal stress at this complete. It means it is only representing the stress throughout the section. At this particular section point which we have considered, at this section point we have considered. So this stress is varying from 6.6 to 0 from here to here throughout the length. And the stress which is showing here, this is the maximum value of stress here at a particular section. If we consider here, the stress is almost 0, whether it is the top fiber or the bottom fiber. So that is how we have to interpret the result of any finite element analysis using the default points and the user defined point or stress recovery point. Displacement you can see here, reaction forces you can see from this point. So it is 600 Newton, it was to be that, and moment should come the same that we have, not the same, because the moment of force will also come. So this is how, because there should be 0 in the 1D beam element, there is no moment about x and y axis. Similarly, the z force will also be 0 and the x force, because there is no load along the x-axis. So this is all about the basic concept of stress analysis, how to of a beam, how to apply moment load, how to analyze this the results, and how to define various stress recovery point. Thank you all the viewers for attending the session. Thanks a lot.